Hello, Suhani. Hello,
Yes.
Suhani.
Yes, I am, but participants are too low.
They will join further. You should start now.
I should start. Sir,
Let's
may I?
yeah, let's wait for a couple of minutes. Let's see. Now it's exactly 2 o'clock. So let's wait for
Two to
another
three
couple
minutes.
of minutes.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Hello, Suhani.
Yes, sir.
Uh, yeah,
So shall
so
I
let's move
continue?
on. Yeah, so yeah, sure.
Okay, sir. A very energetic afternoon to all my dear friends and teachers present over here on the occasion of our Bapu's birthday. I welcome all of you in this program organized by our respected Dr. Deepak sir, who contributed a lot in this program to listen to our today's guest views. You people must be excited to know that who will be delivering his thoughts. Then let me clear your suspense by saying that today's guest is none other than our own English faculty Amol Bhute sir. Since today is the second last day of this program, so you people have listened to many experienced persons' views and came to know about them even. But the person whom you know since induction time, who is ever ready to help and contribute himself for this college, and of course, in the field of literature, do you even know who exactly the person is? What is his qualifications, experiences, and many more? Without wasting much time, let me introduce himself, and I really blessed that I got this golden opportunity to introduce him. बिकॉज वो कहते हैं ना कि उन्हें इंट्रोड्यूस करने का मौका बहुत कम लोगों को मिलता है जिन्होंने आपको पढ़ाया होता है so our faculty did his PGDTE from EFL University Hyderabad in 2016. He has done his PhD from SGBA University Maharashtra in the year 2014 and completed his MA from SRTM University Maharashtra in the year 2008. Currently, he is at our college as a tech faculty in communication. His research interest is in Indian English fiction and gender study, and of course, communication skills. Our faculty is having a list of books edited by him, like No Room for Leopards, Eco-Critical Perspective, The Role of Language Lab in English Language Equations, The Color Purple, a critical study, representation of gender politics in post-independence Indian fiction in English,
Student.
exploration of women's inner life in Shashi Deshpande, exploring Nigerian life and gender relation in Efuru, and many more. If I'd be having much time, then I'd tell all the points without any skip, but time is limited and points are endless. His presentations include gender politics in Indian fiction, gender politics in Inside the Haveli, and many more. His achievements list is also quite long, but I'd like to share one achievement which people must know that he is the only person who organized first blood donation camp in Gaya College of Engineering Gaya on the eve of Teachers' Day in 2018. It was really very difficult for me to introduce himself in this much limited time, but I tried my best. And if you people are getting bored, then I apologize that I can't make it interested for you all. So let him express his views, and I request you all to keep patience and listen to him because listening and gaining knowledge is much more important than what you people do in chat box during session. Oops! In the excitement of introducing Amol sir, I forgot to introduce myself even. So guys, I'm Suhani Kumari of CSC branch of Gaya College of Engineering Gaya. Don't worry, I'm not going to give full intro of mine because since I've become a senior. So, sir, now it's your turn and I hand over this meeting to you. Thank you all for keeping patience and I hope this patience will maintain till last.
Thank you, Suhani, for a good introduction. First of all, I thanks to organizer of this program, that is Deepak sir, uh, who has who has organized this workshop, 5 days workshop, and given me the chance to talk in this occasion, in this a part of this workshop. Uh, First, I say thank you to our patron, Dr. Janak Pandey sir, and Dr. Anil Kumar sir, who has permitted to organize this kind of 5 days workshop, which is benefited to the students. So I welcome all of you. Dr. Deepak sir, I welcome to you also in your busy schedule. You are here with me. Today, I will talk on the introduction of literary works of Robert Frost and Nizam Ezekiel. From last 3 days, you people are meeting with the many people, many renowned persons. They have shared their views. You have started the journey from the ages of literature with the Puja madam, and she has put everything in front of you regarding the literature, how which are the ages from the beginning, from the, we can say that, early ages to modern age. Then we have other people who has talked on the reading poetry, then how this poetry or how this literary forms or literature should be used in our communication skill. Even today, Bhumika madam and yesterday Dr. Sushil Dhurdar sir talk on this one. So in continuation with this, today I will talk on some literary works, so not whole, okay, some literary works of Robert Frost and Nizam Ezekiel. Okay, before that, I, as I know the list of participants, they are from various places of country of India, and one fellow is from Dubai campus also. So I think that they don't know or they don't have much information about Bihar. So therefore, first I will start with that, and then my first part will be related to the culture, the food of Bihar and especially Gaya, because the literature itself express or present or put in front of the audience of the culture, the traditions, and the literacy or the social aspects. Okay, so therefore, I will start with this one. Yes, are you visible? Are you able to see the screen?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, okay, okay,
No,
okay,
sir.
okay, okay. Okay, now.
Now we
Yes,
can
sir.
Yes,
We
see.
can
sir.
see.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It is
Okay,
visible.
okay. So I will move towards this one. Now, welcome to the land of enlightenment and salvation. So, the Gaya is the land of enlightenment, okay, and salvation. So, first of all, the Almighty Gautam Buddha, I want to show you because this is the temple. The temple is here in Bodh Gaya, where we bow our head and we want to get the blessings from him, okay, for the rest of the life. Now, the famous food of Bihar, which I like, I tasted and showing to you, that is litti chokha. I think many people from Maharashtra, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, those who have joined here, they don't have the information about this. Devde madam, am I right? Yes, participants other than Bihar. Yes. So it's a new dish, like means we can say that really it's a fantastic one, litti and chokha. So this is lai, which is made from Khoa. I like a most. Okay. Then this is Nalanda University, which is the greatest, oldest university. Okay. So this is there. Then this is the Khoa Anarsa. In Maharashtra also we get this, but in different form. This is full of Goa. Then the famous one is Tilkut. Then we have here in Gaya Falgu River where we perform. Especially Hindu comes here as a pilgrimage and do the pindadan for the people of their beloved and who have passed away for the peace of their soul. So this is the thing. Now I come to the point that the literary works. Now, in the morning and yesterday also, the speaker gave the information about the literature and it related correlate with the language. Okay, so that is the most important. Yesterday Sushil sir told that literature, through the literature we can develop the listening sorry, reading skill. Then in the morning session Dr. Bhumika madam says that we can use the quotations in our writing and in our speaking when we deliver the lectures or when we express ourselves, and this gives a different kind of beauty to our speeches. So really the words which we have, the words which has been written in the books, the words which has been written anywhere by the famous person, okay, so that is really the gift to improve our not only the speaking but the manners and the exact usage of the words or the vocabulary, we can say that. Now see, when we read the literature, when we listen the literature, I'm not restricting just one. So if we read the literature, we get the emotional feeling of that particular poet or that particular writer, that particular dramatist. When we read the drama of Shakespeare's, many people talks on that, we realize that I remember Dr. Algokar sir, he told you that if you read once, then you will not be able to understand what the meaning is. But when we read twice, thrice, or many more times, then the meaning of that particular poem or that particular drama or that particular piece of writing, we can say that understand what exactly the meaning is. Okay, so therefore first reading is not that will not provide you the whole material, whole expectation will not be fulfilled. But when we read again and again, then we can go beyond the line and we will be able to understand what the meaning is. So therefore this literature is the chance to understand the culture, the understand the language, and again we get the chance to express ourselves by using the literature. So therefore literature is the base for improving the communication skill. Now when we read the poem, okay, that time we just read it. You have the experience of daffodil, but when we read the poem daffodil again and again, then we realize what exactly the meaning of what the author, what William Wordsworth is going to say. So therefore these people are the great one and their works are great one. Okay, so therefore what we read, it is really usable. Definitely Dr. Sushil Dhurdar says yesterday in his session that some books are to be chewed and digested. Some books are to be tested. Some books are to be chewed and digested. 100% all books are not this read only. Very few books are chewed and digested, that should be digested. Okay, so which will help you in your own personal life. Then we will move towards your employability skill, because finally everything is related to first one to live a good life, second one is to employment. Okay, so when we think about the employability skill, all these things will help you in the group discussion. Definitely the words, okay, words and the topics will not be disclosed. Okay, the presenter or the person who will come from the company, what he will do, he will not think his topic beforehand. He will just come up with any topic, he will put in front of you and you have to talk on that. Talk means not only talking, many things will be evaluated through that topic. So for that specific person or for that specific topic, if you have the experience, if you have the knowledge, not knowledge, if you have read somewhere the literature and the words, how beautifully that particular poem or that particular drama or that particular novel has been written, so that can you use and you can make your speech, or you can say that your participation in an effective way. So therefore this literature, I'm not talking about just the English literature, I'm talking about the literature in whole in my this
Hello,
speech on
sir.
the inaugural.
Sorry,
Hello.
sir, to disturb you, but have you changed the slide, sir? We
No.
are saying introduction to literary works. Is
Yes,
this
yes,
same?
yes, I have not changed it.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay, continue.
So So in the introductory part, I talk on the Premchand's works also. Okay. So that day also many people say that we are not restricted just to read English literature. My focus is also not there. Maybe the topic is different. I will talk on that. But any literary work, any piece of writing is a masterpiece. If you come across, if you read that, definitely that helps us. It express the philosophy, it express the culture, it express the knowledge, and definitely we get something in our life. Maybe Robinson Crusoe you have read somewhere. Have you read this Robinson Crusoe? Yes, anyone?
No, sir.
No? Okay. Robinson Crusoe is a novel of Daniel Defoe. Okay. He has written that novel in a systematic way, and see, most important, the person that Robinson Crusoe goes to a land, and he goes to an Ireland where he had nothing, and he struggles a lot, and he makes his own identity, create his own, we can say that identity there, and he wins. He set up everything there. When he went there, he had nothing, but when after some time, after the time passes, everything he tried to make. He make the pots there. He make everything what he was needed. Everything he tried his best to get. Okay, so therefore, this literature gives us the inspiration in our life to move ahead. When we read Othello of Shakespeare, or King Lear, means this drama or any literary piece, we get how to live our life, how to uh, what decision should be taken on particular time. I know that. See, others' life experience will not be the exact one. What situation you are facing, that is different one. But at least we can read that. At least we can enjoy that. At least we can understand that situation and try to implement in our life. Now, first of all, student, I will talk, and the participants, I will talk on the Robert Frost. Okay, so he has written, because I am connecting this literature to the practical life. Up till now, many resource person talk on the literature life. Okay, when I read the poems, definitely you will understand what he has given. Frost frequently wrote about settings from rural life in New England in the early 20th century, using them to examine complex social and philosophical themes. When we read his poetry, definitely complex social representation and philosophical themes we come across. Frost was honored frequently during his lifetime, and he is the only poet to receive four Pulitzer Prize for poetry. So such a great poet he is. And finally, uh, he got he Frost was named poet laureate of Vermont. Okay, so this is the brief introduction of Robert Frost. Again, I am telling his poetry is for reading, for enjoyment, and for giving the philosophy of life. Okay, each and every line, each and every word of him is very good. Okay, just I show the poems. Okay, now many poems he has written. Out of that, I will talk on mending wall, then road not taken, and stopping by woods on a snowy evening. Have you come across with these poems,
Yes,
participants?
sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
mending
Yes,
wall,
sir.
have you
Yes,
read?
sir.
Okay,
Yes,
road
sir.
not taken.
Stopping by wood.
Huh?
The road not
Stopping
taken,
by
sir.
wood also.
Stopping by wood on a snowy evening. Okay, it is good to interact with you then. Okay, so I will read one. Just 1 minute. Okay, are you able to see the poem? Yes?
No. No, sir.
No, sir.
No? Okay, now?
Yes, sir. Now okay.
Okay. Now, this is a mending wall. Mending wall, have you read? Yes?
Yes.
No. No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay. Wall, have you heard the word wall?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I think someone has this issue. Someone he has not muted. I think
Maybe
I
Santosh Agarwal, ma'am.
okay. Ask her to do. Santosh madam.
Hello, Santosh, ma'am. Santosh, ma'am.
Santosh Kumar.
Hello.
Sir, organizer can mute other participants.
Uh, Bhute sir, you himself can mute, I think.
Yes, yes, yes. Okay, I did that.
Yeah,
Okay.
thank you.
Okay, just 1 minute. Huh? Okay. Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now see, we people are a man who always interested to create a wall. Yes, we have restricted ourselves in our home. We have restricted ourselves in a specific, we can say that boundaries. We always try to create the boundaries. Do you admit this?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
It is absolutely right.
Yes, sir.
Yes. We
Yes, sir.
always create. Maybe the title of this poem or the information of the poem is related to the wall, which is feasible, which is we can say that feasible, which we can touch, okay, which will be physically appear. But we have many walls in our mind, whether it is related to the state, whether it is related to the gender, whether it is related to the nation, whether it is related to caste, religion, everywhere we have the walls. And why we are creating, we are not able to understand. When we see the last rituals of any person, which we can say that funeral, we realize that why we are running behind, why we are creating the problems for others, why we are not talking with my neighbors, why I am not helping to the others, why I am accumulating the money. So everything we get, but after coming back to our home, we forget that. Yes, is it the correct one? Is it your
Yes,
observation?
sir.
Yes.
Yes,
So
yes,
it
sir.
means that we have many barriers, many walls we have created, and therefore his poetry is the philosophical, what I said in the introduction. Now, when we said that philosophy, whether this is the universal poem, and what he has given, you if you read in the first time, definitely you will enjoy, but when you read again and again, you will be able to understand what I am doing. And if we really want to enjoy this poetry, then after 10th or 12th or whatever times, as times will pass, definitely this poetry will give the meaning, and this poetry will touch you how practical this poem is. So therefore the literature is related with the human beings, okay, and human beings can take so much philosophy, so learn so much things from the literature, and to aware you with the literature through this workshop was the aim of the organizer. So I will read this poem, and you may understand the meaning of this. Something sorry, something there is that doesn't love a wall. In the universe, something is there, some power is there which does not want to love the wall. Do you think that apart from the human being, is there any animal, is there any creature who loves the wall?
No,
Yes.
sir.
No, sir.
There is no one who loves the boundary, who loves the wall. So therefore, he says that the poet says that something there is that doesn't love a wall. There is something in the universe which doesn't love, that sends the frozen ground swell under it and spills the under boulder in the sun and makes gap even two can pass abreast. So every year we can construct the walls. Okay. If you are from the rural area, their walls have been created by murs. Yes. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So every year, what we have to do when Diwali comes, when Dasera comes, or when Chhat comes, we maintain it, we mend it, we try to polish it, and we try our best to renovate it. Yes, but every year, because of some natural things, it goes damaged. Yes, it goes damage means someone there is that doesn't love a wall. Okay, so that is there. So therefore, the first stanza says that sends the frozen ground swell under it and spills the under boulders in the sun. Under the sun, some boulders crack. Yes, yes or
Yes,
no?
sir. Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
that
sir.
that experience we have, and makes the gap even two can pass abreast. Okay, the wall which has been created there in front of the this Robert Frost and his neighbor, so it goes to means two-person can pass from that. The work of hunters is another thing. What hunter does? Hunter comes there because in America there is a much land, and one person has a big land, maybe more than 10 acres, maybe 50 acres, maybe more than that. Okay, not like the Indians. Okay, so therefore that will be there. Now the work of hunter is another thing. I have come after them and made repair. Okay, I have come after them and made repair where they have left not one stone on a stone, but they would have rabbit out of hiding to please the helping dogs. Now, what these hunters does? Okay, the hunter move here and there to find out the rats. Okay, find out the rats for whom? For whom? Yes,
Dog.
for helping dogs. They have the dogs. Okay, because they are interested to food them. Okay, so therefore, and if now you know that where rat will create their homes. Yes, in
Inside the
that
ground.
in that wall. Okay, in that behind the stone, because when we read the upper lines we find that the stones are there and they their homes there or their holes there. Okay, they hide themselves, and finding them for the helping dogs, these hunters, what they hunters do, they take it back. Okay, so you have the experience of the rustic life, so you can imagine that. Okay, but they would have the rabbit out of hiding to please the helping dogs. The gaps I means no one has seen them made or hurt they made. Yes. Now imagine that the wall has been constructed last year or before that years. Okay, but automatically it has a gap. Okay, gap has been done. Now who has made that gap? No one has seen. No one has even heard who has made that. How it has been created. Yes. Yes. So therefore this line is important. Important. No one has seen them made or heard them made. But at spring mending time, we find them there. Okay, I let my neighbors know beyond the hill. Now what I do, what is my daily practice after 1 year when the spring comes or when the atmosphere become good, I have to inform to the neighbors who is living behind the hill or other parts of the hill, and on a day we meet to walk the line, and somewhere we meet to him that yes, now we have to I have to inform him that the wall has been constructed and your participation is cooperated. Okay, so that kind of word he used. I let my neighbors know beyond the hill, and on a day we meet to walk the line and set the wall between us once again. Every year, what we do, we set the lines, we set the walls in between us. We keep the wall between us as we go. Okay, to each the boulders that have fallen to each other, each, and some are lower and some are nearly ball. We have to use a spade to make them balance. What we have to do? God has or nature has given the shape. Even they are not in a position to sit, okay, to put on another boulder, but we have to make arrangement regarding that, and we as a human person are so much interested to create the wall between two neighbors. Okay, so therefore he is telling we keep the wall between us as we go. To each the boulders that have fallen to each, and some are lowers and some so nearly ball. We have to use a spell to make them balance. Stay where you are until your backs are turns. Now we have to inform to whom? I have to inform to whom? To the neighbors, because he and I will keep that working. Okay, I have to tell him that be careful, otherwise that will create, that will block backs are turned, that will be created problem. Okay, so that will be there. Stay where you are until our backs are turned, means you have to support. As we say that in a first line, what I said that we have to make the balance of all the boulders, because their shapes are not in a position, their shapes are not like to sit or to put on another boulder. So therefore he says that stay where you are until our backs are turned. Okay, so those stones, those boulders will be there just for some movement. When we turn our back, they will fall down. Okay, so that is the meaning. We wear our fingers rough with handling them. We have to wear something, okay, for the hand. Oh, just another kind of outdoor game. Yes, it is like an outdoor game, nothing else. What we are doing, we are means this Robert Frost or the narrator and the neighbor. What they are doing, they are just playing. They don't have the task, so therefore they are creating the walls between them. Oh, just another kind of outdoor game and nothing else. It is totally meaningless, because every year we are trying, every time we are trying to create, but that that wall is fallen down, and every time we have to make it again. Okay, so we wear our fingers rough with handling them. Oh, just another kind of outdoor game, one on a side. It comes to little more there where it is we do not need the wall. There where it is we do not need the wall. He is all pines. What he has, why we are creating the walls between these two farms? He has the pines. Pines is a fruit, okay, and I have apple orchard. Okay, I have the apple, he has the pine. And what is not going to happen? My apple trees will never get across and eat the corns under his pine. Okay, होगा क्या? इनके जो एप्पल्स हैं वो उनके पाइन ट्री के इसमें ऑर्चर्ड में जाएंगे क्या?
No, sir.
No. So,
No, sir.
but we have created, we don't know on which ground we say that this wall should be there. Okay, so my apple trees will never get across and eat the corns under his pine. I tell him, he only says what he says, that good fences make good neighbors. Good fences, if we create the walls, if we keep the relation away, if we keep some distance, if we control ourselves, so that will be a good neighbors. Good fences make good neighbors. Spring in the mischief in me, I wonder if I could put a notion in his head. Why do we make good neighbors? Why? If we are creating the barriers, if we are not able to talk properly, if something is going beyond us, away from us, then why we want to make a good neighbors? So therefore he says that why do they make good neighbors? Okay, isn't it there where there are cows, but here there are no cows? Okay, so therefore before I built a wall, I would ask to know what I was walling in or walling out. Okay, so that is the question. And to whom I was like to give often something there is that doesn't love a wall. Again he is coming back, something there is that doesn't love a wall, that wants it down. I could say L to him, but it is not L exactly, and I would rather he said it for himself. I see him there bringing a stone, grabs firmly by the top. Okay, he is miss who? The neighbors are bringing the boulders. Okay, collecting the boulders and putting each other on each other. So in each hand, like the old stone, savage arms, he moves in darkness as it seems to me. Finally, after finishing the task, he goes away. Okay, not the woods only and the shade of trees. He will not go behind his father's saying. In the morning session, Punarvasu says that how can we change the society? People are not ready to listen us. Okay, so here again the same sentence we are getting, that his will, he will not go beyond his father's saying, and he likes having thought of it so well. He says again, good fences make good neighbors. Okay, so this is the realistic poem, which whenever time comes, whenever time comes, whenever we get the time, we read this poem and get the meaning of this poem, that what exactly is, because practically we are creating everything, whether the engineers is there, whether the doctors are there, whether the teachers are there, anyone, but we are creating the barriers, we are creating the walls which are keeping us away from each other, and we are we are making proud of that how beautifully wall has been constructed, but we just restrict ourselves from this one. So therefore this is the practical based poem, I say that. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Yes.
Yes,
Now
sir.
I will move to another one also. Okay. So have you enjoyed this?
Very much,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now I will talk on this one. Are you able to see road not taken?
No, sir.
No?
Yes,
Not
sir. Yes,
visible.
sir.
Now it is visible.
It is visual.
Okay. Now this is the second poem. Okay. Road not taken. In everyone's life, the time comes to select the path. Okay. And it is not just the path of our career. It is the path of everything. Every day we have to do should we get the practicality from this poem. So road not taken. So he says that the poet says that two roads diverge in a yellow wood. This wood means what? Not the forest.
Lakdi.
Not the forest.
Tree.
Okay. Don't be restrict yourself. So this is the beauty of the literature. Okay. So therefore this is not restricted. I am telling you, it is the wood of this word. Whole word is a wood. Here you may say that the yellow wood means a forest or a jungle somewhere. Okay. But don't restrict that one there. Therefore this poem is a universally accepted. So two roads diverge in a yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both. And be one traveler long I stood and looked down one as far as I could to where it bent in the undergrowth. So what I did, I had to choose one. I wanted to go somewhere, okay, in my life, and two roads were there. Okay, many situation comes in your life also. Yes, that two roads are in front of you to select, and you have to choose any one. Maybe for your engineering, maybe from your from your personal life, many things, many I can't give any example regarding this one. If we come to the academic, I can just say that of your branches, many people wanted to get civil branch or CSE branch or mechanical branch or triple E branch, but they didn't get the proper branch and they shifted to another one. Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Okay, so such is the point. Now, so therefore this poem start with this: two roads diverge in a yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both, and be one traveler long I stood and looked down one as far as I could to where it bent in the undergrowth. Okay, now the next one. Then what happened? Now he looked one road. Okay. Second one, then took the another. Second road he wanted to see as just as fair. And how it was? It was very fair, as just as fair. Like him. Okay, like it. And having perhaps the better claim. Better claim, many people might have used that in their life. So therefore that has been used because it was grassy and wanted wear. Though as for that the passing there had owned them really about the same. Okay, so though there were two roads. First was less traveled, okay, because it was less trodden, and here in second stanza he is looking towards the another road which has used by many people, because why, on which base we are saying, because it was grassy and wanted wear. Though as for that the passing here had owned them really about the same. and both that morning, okay, what when he went there on that morning, equally lie, the leaves no steps had trodden back. Oh, I kept the first for another day. What happened? And both that morning equally lie in leaves, no step had trodden back. Okay, and both the ways no one has came back, trodden back steps has not been seen, so everyone has gone. Okay, everyone, those who wanted to walk on the road or use that road, they have used, but what happened, he has not seen the backing steps on any road. Oh, I kept the first for another day, yet knowing how way leads on the way. I doubted if I should ever come back. Okay, so he had the doubt whether I should come back. I shall be telling this with a sigh. Somewhere ages and ages hence, two roads diverge in a wood. Now when he is telling the story, when he telling his experience, after I shall be telling this with a sigh. Somewhere ages and ages hence, two roads diverge in a wood, and I took the one less travelled by, and what he has chosen, I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the differences. And whatever differences I am finding today are just because of not choosing the mostly traveled, mostly chosen, or mostly traveled way. Okay, what he did, he has traveled, he had chosen the way which has less traveled, and therefore some differences are there. Definitely, now this poem has been over. Now, have you got the meaning? The meaning is very simple. The philosophy is very simple, that whenever the time comes to choose the way from two ways, okay, out of two, then select the less traveled. Maybe uncertainty will be there, but you will be able to make your own marks there. Otherwise, you will not be able to create your own identity. Mistakes will be happen. Definitely, you have to struggle a lot in your life. But life is not just a happiness. Life is both sorrow and happiness. Sorrow is much there, happiness is less, definitely that is there. But if you are choosing the way, if you are using the way which other people has used, so definitely you will not get anything. You are just copying and pasting something. Okay, so definitely that will not a great thing. If I teach my student, okay, if his madam is asking him to draw the picture, and he is not doing, and I am helping him, I draw everything and ask him just to put the pencil and reshade it, so that will not be the greatest achievement of his. Okay, here definitely he might be convinced to his teacher, he may convince that I did on my base, but what exactly is, definitely that will not be the perfect. And therefore this exactness, this actualness should be there, and therefore literature is there to motivate us. Many people, I think, sings a song in a bathroom or in their homes. Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes. So for what we sings those poems, for the pleasure. Okay, when we are happy, when we happy, we express, we use the poem, we use the song which express the happiness. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes. अब इमेजिन कीजिए कि आप बहुत दुखी हो, हाँ? क्या आप वहां पे हैप्पीनेस का सॉन्ग गाओगे?
No, sir.
No, definitely not. So it means that situation gives you the chance to remember the literature, remember the poems, remember the characters, okay, in front of you and make you happy. So this is also a practical thing. Now in your engineering, when you started your journey, definitely your core branches are there, but this literature help you a lot. In the morning session also, Bhumika madam says that even Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam sir has written the books Wings of Fire. Okay, he has written other books also. Okay, so he has written his experience in a systematic way. So this literature gives us the pleasure. Why we sing the poem? Why we sing these songs when we sit alone? Just for the enjoyment. Means this literature gives us the enjoyment when we get tired, when we get frustrated. Because of this we get the inspiration to our life. So this is the second poem of Robert Frost. Third poem I will narrate in front of you, which is very good, and you have work on that. Okay, just 1 minute, huh? I'm sharing that. Okay, are you able to see?
No. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, are you enjoying this poem?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
uh, huh?
Yes,
Yes.
sir. Very much.
Okay, anything if negative then please share, I will try my best, okay, to give. Okay, then this poem you have studied. Okay, stopping by woods on a snowy evening. Okay, so by it was in which standard? This one, this poem.
And
Where you have studied?
and
10th.
the 10th in ICSC board.
Okay, 10th. Okay, so shall I start then?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now the poet or the narrator, I will say the narrator is on the way. Okay, he is interested or he is going to his home back, and home back means as a human being, again it's a philosophical one. We have to go back to our destiny. That destiny, you know, not the mortal life, the immortal life is the destiny. Okay, so here, although in a first look it is the poem of nature, but it is expressing a philosophy. Okay, stopping by woods on a snowy evening. Now, whose woods? These are, I think I know. This narrator knows whose wood is this. Do you know whose word is this? Yes?
Hello.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Do you know whose word is this? This
Yes.
word in which we are living. Okay, I'm not asking the word. Okay, words which has been
Wood.
written here. I'm not asking for that. The word in which we are living. Yes, are you getting my point?
No, sir.
Okay, I am asking you, this beautiful word has been created. Who has created?
Almighty God.
Narrator, sir.
Yes, narrator, you are talking about this poem, but Ratnesh or someone else says that Almighty God. nature, or God has created this world, okay, in which we are living. So therefore the narrator is saying that whose word, whose wood, these are, I think I know. Okay, so his house is in the village, though he will not see me stopping here to watch his wood fill up with snow. Okay, now both the sense are here. I am trying my best to put in a universal way. Second thing, you can take this, you can look this words as a this temporary or this natural work. Okay, so he says that the narrator says that whose woods these are, I think I know. His house is in the village, though he will not see me stopping here to watch his wood fill up with snow. Now this wood is full of snow. Everywhere a beautiful snow is there, whiteness is there, beauty is there. And when he has started his journey in the evening, he is in the evening, you can imagine that the darkness is there, in the time of evening is there, and how that snow was glittering. Okay, so a natural beauty you can imagine through your sense. Okay, so he says that to watch the wood fill up with snow. So he's in this line, he says that I stop in front of the wood. My little horse, he has the little horse, must think it cure to stop without a farmhouse near. Okay, between the wood and frozen lake, the darkest evening of the year. Now, it might be the horse is thinking, he is thinking that why my master has stopped here. Okay, because here is no farmhouse near this one, and we are in between this wood and frozen lake, we are in between. So why we are standing here, my master, what my master wants to look. So he has maybe this kind of this kind of thoughts may occur in his mind. He gives his harshness bell a shake to make if there is some mistake. He has given the symptoms. He has given the call to the narrator that why you are standing here. He has moved his neck. Okay, so he got the symptoms. He got the call that why we are standing here. The only other sounds the sweep of easy wind and dawny flake. Okay, so that is there. Now see, now this last lines which yesterday Dr. Sushil Durdar also used this, and these are the famous line. You also use this anywhere. Okay, even our first Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru has put these lines on his table. Okay, on the table when he was there. So the woods are lovely, dark and deep. This wood. Now here both the meanings are there. The wood which he is able to see in front of the wood in front of which he is standing. Okay, so the wood are lovely, dark and deep. The word is very lovely and dark and deep, but I have promises to keep. But I have promises to whom? To whom I have promises?
To ourselves.
To ourselves. Okay, so but I have promises to keep and miles to go before I sleep and miles to go before I sleep. Now again I will come back the discussion which is happening, which are with the Dr. Bhumika madam in the morning session, that how can we change the society, how literature can express, how literature can change the society, what is our role, what we get as a human being from the literature, and what should we do. So same points are coming. So the literature has the quality, these lines definitely inspire you a lot, give you the solution to do what exactly you have to do. Now, what he says that the woods are lovely, dark and deep. I know that everything is lovely. Okay, in our this mortal life, everything is lovely. Okay, dark bhi hai, deep bhi hai. Everything is there, but I have promises to keep. What I have promises myself, that whether it is lovely, whether happiness is there, whether darkness is there, whether sorrow is there, whatever is there in my life, I have to go. I have to go something. I have to do something. Okay, I have to go miles. Okay, before I sleep, because one day definitely my eye will be closed and I will leave this earth, and I do not want to be live to be a person like those who have not created their identity. God has given a good chance to us to live. Okay. Uh, I always say that God has created us uniquely. Okay, we are the unique creation of God. Even a single person is unique of God. Okay, why? Because even our fingerprints. Okay, we are crores of people, we are millions of people are here as a human being, but we our this fingerprints can't match with the other person. Okay, so that quality, that we can say that exactness tried to follow by the God, by the God when while creating us. But what we are doing when we think about the first poem, we are just creating the barriers. Okay, we are not thinking about anything. We want to just live a life which I like. We are not thinking about our promises, which might be given to the God or might be given to myself. We are not following that. So therefore, here, the final line says that the woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have promised to keep and miles to go before I sleep. Miles to go before I sleep. At any cost, if you are just following the path of another person, you will be like a ship which are going back to one another. And if some welcome or some गड्ढा आता है तो वहां पे सब लोग गिर जाते हैं. That is story also we have learned, and therefore again I am telling you, we are the fortunate one. Same thing I am telling, we are fortunate one, we are cultured. We have our grandmothers, grandfathers and fathers and mothers who tells us the story which motivates us to live the life. And this literature, that stories are also the part of literature. I am again not talking just of the literature written in English, but literature written in any languages. So therefore, this role of the literature is to motivate us, to help us to create our own identity, to to make the group live in a group, and to help each other and grow and come up with the new identity with them. If we are not doing that, it means that we are just the machine, which madam says in the morning. Okay, we are just machine. God has just like a machine, we are just here and there moving, but we have the brain. If we think about that, there are many things to do, which yesterday Sushil says that in his college many activities they can conduct, but with the initiation of the student and with the help of teachers. So that is there. You have also people in your college, you can take the help from them and you can create anything whatever we have. Okay, so therefore, but the promise you have to give to yourself, that the woods are lovely, dark and deep, whatever is there, lovely भी है, dark भी है, deep भी है, but मुझे मेरे मकसद की तरफ जाना है. कुछ लाइंस, कुछ माइल्स का जर्नी जो है, कुछ माइल्स का प्रवास जो है वो हमें करना है, तो करना ही है जीवन में. सो दैट डिटर्मिनेशन वी हैव टू कीप. आई विल complete this one with this line. So have you got something?
Yes, sir.
Yes. What are your reaction? What you will say about this poem?
Very amazing poem, sir.
Okay.
There is something in the world that is captivating always.
Huh?
It
Yes.
relates with life, sir.
Little bit.
It relates with life, sir.
Okay, it is related to the life. Really a great thing he has put in front of us. Okay. Now, three poems I talk on this. Next one I will talk on the literary sense in India. Many scholars see his first collection of poetry, A Time to Change, published when he was only 28 years old, as a turning point in post-colonial Indian literature towards modernism. Have you heard Nizam Ezekiel?
No, sir.
No? Okay. You have not come across with the name of this poet? Anyone? Anyone? अरे भूल गए क्या?
I think no one can hear, sir.
No one? Okay. Okay. Now I will talk on two poems which are again the practical one. One is Night of the Scorpion and second one is the Poet Lover and Bird Watcher. Okay. Are you able to see?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Okay. Night of the Scorpion. Now see, this is also the practical poem, and definitely if you have the experience of your mother, definitely you will shed your tears for her last saying. Okay. So this beautiful poem I like most. Okay, I really it's a fantastic poem. You will also enjoy. So therefore, I say that if you have the feelings, definitely read the poems, even read the dramas, the novels or literature. It gives a courage in your life to go ahead. Yes. Yes. Anyone? Okay. Shall I start? Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Now the narrator says that I remember the night my mother was stung by a scorpion. Okay, he is remembering. The narrator is remembering a incident or that night in which his mother stung by a scorpion. 10 hours, 10 hours of steady rain had driven him to scroll beneath a sack of rice. Now what happened? The rain was coming down. You are from the rural area. Here you will get the rural life. Okay. So how the common people are and how they are helpful. Okay. So just keep that we can say that scene in front of your eyes. I remember the night my mother was stung by a scorpion. 10 hours of steady rain. Rain was going on. How many hours back? Continuous rain is going on. Okay, so at least 10 hours it is going on, and time uh, during that time, what happened? The scorpion comes from the rain, and where he went? He went to the sack of rice, parting with his poison. Flash the diabolic tail. Diabolic tail? किसको बोलेंगे? हेलो, किसको बोलोगे डायबोलिक टेल? जो वो डंक मारता है. ओके, फ्लैश ऑफ डायबोलिक टेल इन द डार्क रूम. ही रिस्क द रेन अगेन. पहले तो क्या हुआ? वो आया, चावल के बोरे के पास चला गया. उसके बाद उसने क्या किया? मम्मी को डंक मारा और फिर से रिस्क लेके रेन में चला गया. ओके, ही रिस्क द रेन अगेन. The peasant, common person, common people. The peasant came like swans of flies, and buzzed the name of God 100 times to paralyze the evil one. Are you getting the feeling of rustic people? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
it happens everywhere. Yes?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
when such kind of incident happens, or some un means un what we can say, that which is not expected, it happens, the people gather there because we have the relation with them. The peasant comes like swans of flies, okay, and burst the name of God 100 times to paralyze the evil one. What they were saying? That scorpion should paralyze evil one. Evil is used for scorpion. Okay, so yeah, this evil, scorpion should be paralyzed. With candles and the lanterns thrown, giant scorpion shadows on the mud back wall, they searched for him. He was not found. They clicked their tongues with every movement that the scorpion made. His poison moved in mother's blood, they said. Now see what people said, what people did. People tried their best with the lantern and candles, because at that time the light was not there in a rustic place. It happens even today also in a village or dehat, which you say that, so if light goes, so definitely people use the candles and lanterns. Yes, and they tried to find even in mud back walls and everywhere, but that scorpion has not been found. They click their tongues. What they were saying? What is the assumption? With every movement that the scorpion made his poison moved in mother's blood. They said that if the scorpion moves, how much he moves, that in that speed the poison will move in the blood of mother. Okay, so that is the sense. May he sit still. May he sit still. Finally, they says that they are praying to the God, that God should say to the scorpion to sit on one place, not to move anywhere, so that the poison should not move fastly in the blood of mother. Okay, so that is, may he sit still, they said. May the sins of your previous birth. Now what is the assumption? What is the concept of the rural people? Because they are very simple. Yes, they don't have the information, they don't have the knowledge like us. They are very simple, and simple living is the important one. What we are gaining, what we are getting, if we analyze, my dear friends, nothing will be there. We are getting nothing. We say ourselves we are the modern one, but what modern we did on the name of modernization, we are just cutting ourselves from the nature. The life nature is giving to us in the form of oxygen, in the form of air. We are cutting the trees, just constructing our walls, just constructing our, which we say that the home. Is it the modernization? Okay. Is it our expectation? Is it the expectation of God? What we are saying, what last poem is saying? No, it is not the expectation. So therefore, I really wants to be a rustic people. I really wants that kind of situation. Therefore, he says that the narrator is saying that may he sit still. They said, may the scene of your previous birth. Now people is thinking about that. Why scorpion has beat you? It is just because may the scene of your previous birth be burned, burn away tonight. What will happen today? All the scene of your birth will of your previous birth will burn. They said, may your suffering decreases the misfortunes of your next birth. Okay, so even some people are saying in future if something bad would be happen in next life. Okay, they are thinking about that. This because of the suffering of this one, because you are the pious one. Okay, you are good one by nature, so therefore this may decrease the misfortunes of your next birth. May the sum of all evil balance in this unreal world. And this, what happened? This unreal world will create bird. What will happen? Everything will balance, nothing will be remain there. So therefore, God has given. Hello, hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Anything wrong?
No, sir. Now, okay.
No, sir.
Okay. So someone has said. Okay. Okay. So may he sit still, and they said, may the sin be burned away tonight. They said. Okay. May your suffering decrease the misfortunes of your next birth. They said, and may the sum of all evil balance in this unreal world. If you are the fortunate one, all the participants, if you are getting wrong and people are saying something for you or for your family, it means that you are the fortunate one. Okay, because nowadays in a modern days, no one has the time to take care in such a way. Okay, so therefore this is the ruler background, and ruler people are there, rustic peoples, which are very simple. Again, I will continue. Against the sum of good become diminished by your pain. May the poison purify your flesh. What will happen? May God may purify your flesh with this poison. So that is there of desire and your spirit of ambition. They said, and they sat around on the floor, that my mother in the center. My mother. Then everyone was telling this one, saying this one. Okay, because the people were there, gathered there, and finally what happened? They sat around on the floor with my mother in the center. It happens now in your village, in your town. Yes,
Yes, sir.
participant.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So this is the real picture. If you really read from the bottom of your heart, and your intention is to understand and enjoy this poem, so definitely you can. Meaning may be changed. Meaning is not the matter. How you look. So therefore, yesterday, day before yesterday, Argokar sir says that reader response theory. So it is depending upon you how you look towards this one. Okay. So of desire and your spirit of ambition, they said that they sat around on the floor with my mother in the center. The piece of understanding of each face was expressing the peace. Okay, so more candles, more lanterns, more neighbors, more insects, and the endless rain. How beautiful poem this is. More candles, more lanterns, more neighbors, more insect, and endless rain. Rain was continued there, but the people are trying to find out, trying to search that scorpion, okay, which has poison to the mother of the narrators. Okay, my mother twisted through and through, growing on a mat. The mat was there, so growing on a mat. My father, now what he was the educated person maybe. So my father, a skeptic, rationalist, trying every cause, every curse and blessing, powder, mixture, herb, and hybrid. He even poured a little paraffin upon the beaten toe and upon a match to eat. Okay, so what he did, he even poured up a little paraffin upon the beaten toe and put a match to eat. I watched the flame feeding on my mother. I watched the holy man perform his rites to tame the poison with an incarnation. After 20 hours, it lost its sting. Now, I want to ask you this line. I watched the holy man perform his rites. Have you seen a person to whom this scorpion has been stung and the person has been called to chant the mantras? होता है आपके तरफ? होता है?
यस सर होता है।
जिसको बिच्छू उतारने वाला कहते हैं, हमारे घर में भी ऐसा हुआ था। तो हमारे यहाँ एक थे, तो उनको हमेशा बुलाते थे। क्या सही था क्या गलत था, वी डोंट नो, बट आफ्टर डूइंग दैट चैंटिंग मे द पर्सन गॉट दी दिस वन रिलीफ, है ना? आप महसूस किए हो? Yes, at least have you the experience of that? Okay. So the same thing he is narrating. So you can just link this with the actual situation. So therefore, literature is there. Okay. So what happened after 20 hours? It lost its sting. Okay, after 20 hours, the power of the poison has been decreased. And now see how beautiful words mother says, and therefore we realize the feeling of the mother. Here we realize what to whom we say the mother. Okay, my mother only said, thank God the scorpion picked on me and sprayed my children. What mother says, that although that scorpion has given so much pain to me, okay, but I express my thanks to the Almighty God that at least He has given the mercy on my child, on my children, okay, not to give um, the idea to the scorpion to pick my son or to my children. Okay, instead of that we can say that pain God has given to me. So I am thankful to Him because of leaving my children away and giving me the pain. So this is the thing. Because of these lines, we realize the importance and the feelings of our mother. You have lot of experience of your mother. I know that you have lot of experience of among yourself. You can also write down your own words on the paper, and you can do things. So therefore, this literature, if we want to divert, we want to go in a material life, okay, because we can say that we are practical man. We say right now we are the practical man, we are the engineers, we are no concern with the feeling, okay, we are no feelings with the human beings, but it is not there. If that time we read the literature, if we are in touch with the literature, believe me, you will not get the chance to go away from your family, from your society, from your state, from your nation. So therefore those people, we are the witness, we Indians are the fortunate one. We have seen the Rana Pratap, we have seen the Shivaji Maharaj, we have seen Bhagat Singh, we have seen Rajguru. So these people, because these people have the knowledge even from the childhood. Even when we think about the Shivaji Maharaj, he got the study, he got the knowledge of Ramayana, Mahabharata and everything, and so on that base. So therefore I am telling you, the literature is the main part, main thing, okay, to give the real life. Without literature we are just move here and there. We will earn the money, but that emotion will not be there. And if you have not the feeling, okay, if you don't have the feeling, so what is the use of this modern life? So therefore this workshop was for that, to realize you, to come you on the track, to give the realistic picture, to show you something in front of you. So this was the aim. So have you got this?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Yes, we
Yes,
have.
sir.
Yes. Have you the experience of last three lines in your life?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Okay. Okay. Now the last poem that I want to read for you people, which is also the encouraging one. Okay. Are you able to see?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. Now, this is another poem written by Nizim Ezekiel. Okay. Poet, lover, and bird watcher. What common things you can see? क्या चीजें हैं, कॉमन चीजें क्या है इनमें? आपको क्या लगता है? हेलो.
Sir, all poem related with life.
अदर वन. अदर.
Sir, philosophy.
हाँ.
Philosophy.
फिलोसॉफी. ओके. क्या
Sir,
है, क्यों
all.
क्यों तीनों
So
में
focus
से?
or concentrate.
हाँ. यस, यू आर राइट, बोलिए.
So one thing which is common among them is focus or concentration upon one thing. Like if poet is thinking something about, like if
Okay.
poet is imagining something, then he will definitely discuss this. Same with lover and same with bird watcher. He will focus upon bird. Lover.
Okay. Okay. So the thing is, passion uh, should be there, patience should be there, and all these three things, poet, lover, and bird watcher. Do you think that they require the patience?
Yes, sir.
Yes. What about lovers? They require the patience.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Boys, especially. Do you think that the lovers should have the patience?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
sir.
In which sense? What is your experience? Okay. Anyone? Punarvasu?
Excuse me, can the speaker share his experience?
Hello?
Yes.
So patience in the sense that if we love our God, then definitely we need to keep patience. That whatever we are demanding from God, so He will give it or not for this purpose. Because
Okay.
we generally,
Okay.
because
Yes.
many times it happens that God doesn't.
Okay. Okay. Someone says that in between? Yes? Someone?
Like sir, patience is needed for long-term relationship or something so that it can survive for a long time. Otherwise, people just let go of things and move on.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Huh? Okay, now this is the last poem which I want to discuss with you. Okay. It also gives the inspiration in our life. Poet lover and bird watcher. To force the to force the pace and never to be still is not the way of those who study birds or women. Okay. To force the pace and never to be still एक जगह पे रहना. Okay. To force the pace and never to be still is not the way of those who study birds or women. Those who want to study the birds as well as women. Okay. So if they are not still, they are not concentrated, they are not focused, so they will not get anything. Imagine that you are interested to see the beauty of the birds. There many times you have to sit. Okay. No need to think about the how much time I am spending. You don't know when the birds will come and it will give you the darshan. Okay. It will give you the chance to see the beauty. Okay. In the same way, if you are not able to see the beauty of a girl, if you are not able to just concentrate on the girl or women not think in a different way. Okay, we are not going to deceive to the women. They are always engaged with another one. Okay, so you have to focus on the girl. So the girl, if you are not just focusing on her, if you are not able to convince to her, and if you are just looking towards her, so definitely you will not get. So therefore what he says that the force of birds or women. The best poet wait for words. What best poet does? Best poet wait for the words. The hunt is not an exercise of will, but patient love relaxing on a hill. Okay. So patience should be patient love if you have, so everything will be fair. To note the movement of a timid wing until the one who knows that she is loved. Okay. So if you are focused, okay, the note the movement of the timid wing until the one who knows that she is loved. Okay, so that you have to convince, you have to keep the patience, no longer wait but risk surrendering. In this the poet finds the moral prude who's never spoke before his spirit moved. The slow movement, sorry, the slow movement seems somehow to say much more. Okay. जो धीरे धीरे चलता है, चीता भी अपना छलांग मारता है तो कैसा मारता है? आराम से मारता है. पहले थोड़ा थोड़ा चलता है और बाद में शिकार पे मारता है. So the slow movement seems somehow to say much more. To watch the rare bird, you have to go among deserted lands and where the rivers flow in silence near the source or by a shore remote that thorny like a hard dark flow. And there the woman slowly turn around, not only the flesh and bones. क्या women अपने को flesh और bones से चाहिए? No, that is not there. So and there the woman slowly turns around, not only flesh and bone, but midst of light with darkness at the core. The sense is found. But the poet lost in croak, restless flight, the deaf can hear, the blind recover sight. So, if the poet, now the summary we can say that if the poet has not the patience, his poetry will not give the realistic picture to the reader, and he will not be able to give the picture what is in his mind without using the proper words if he is in a hurry. So he has to think a lot, he has to wait for the proper words, and on that base then a man can be here who is deaf. A poet, if he writes a poem and a person is there who is the reader and he is not able to listen, but when the poem will be read, he will get the sound of everything. The blind recovers sight. The blind person, when he will hear the poem, someone will sing that, he will get the sight, everything in front of that person. Now, when if you imagine that any poem of even Robert Frost and Nizam Ezekiel, so you got the picture in front of your eyes. Now you are not in that position. Okay, you are sitting, you are listening to me, but if you read the poem, if you are listening the poem, and if that picture is coming in front of you, it means that you are a good one and that poet is the exact one. So therefore this poet has to keep the patience. Even the lover, if he is able to prove his love, if he is able to keep the patience for his love, definitely he will get. Okay, so when I was the professor in Amravati University, there I was teaching one short story that I forget. So one fellow was there who wants to he proposed to a lady, and that lady denies his proposal, okay, of the marriage. So he says that I am the fortunate one, I am the fatalist, okay, I believe on the fate, and I know to become my wife. So he was so strong. So she says that how can you say a silly words? These are the silly words because I'm going to marry with another person. So he says that see, I believe, I know that you are going to marry with someone, but definitely my fortune, I believe on the fortune, and in my fortune your name has been written. Okay. So he says that how, because he says that I'm going to sorry, he says that I can prove this. She says that how? He says that I can prove that I will allow you and you will marry with me. Okay. So he says that see, every week a train comes from this route. I am going to die there. Okay. I am going to suicide, but I give the word that I will not die at any cost because God has written everything in my life. So what he said, then she says that no, you will definitely die. He says that no, you can challenge, but on that base, if I allow you, if I will not die with the train, so then you have to marry with me. She accepts the bet. Then the day comes and he sleep on the route. Train comes. Okay. and that train was so fast. No one, everyone was uh, trying to convince him that you should not give the life for the that lady, that girl. He says that no, no one will come, no one will save to me. I know that I will be alive at any cost and I will be married with. So he was so determined. Okay, but train was coming. Driver has not the idea what is happening. Okay, and that time the telephone and nothing was there. So driver would not get anything. But what happened? Automatically, it was in the speed, but automatically that train stops before 6 inches when he slept. Okay, when he was sleeping. So now see what happened. That engine got some problem and he has to brake. Okay, he has to stop that train. So that time he got alive. He married with that lady. So therefore he was so determined. Therefore I am telling that a lover should have the patience, should have the courage. Whatever will happen, definitely I will do for that. Even bird watcher, the life of the bird watcher is not easy. He has to take the patience. Now see, now when I don't know how much impactful I am to narrating the short story in front of you. Whether that picture comes in your mind or not, I don't know. But if I got success, so now you are sitting in front of the laptop, in front of the mobile, okay, in your home, but you were able to see, you were able to memorize, you were able to picturize that person is sleeping on the route and that train is coming and that lady and many people are there to convince him not to do this, not to do this. So that pictures come, means that words. Even I read that short story, I was not able to, means I have not seen the picture, I have not seen the exact scene, but through the words I could imagine that. Even my dear student, you are the witness. Maybe you have seen the, you have heard about the war of Troy. Have you heard war of Troy? ट्रॉय की कहानी पता है आपको?
No, sir.
नो? हेलन का नाम सुना है आपने कभी? हेलन का?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
हेलन.
Yes, sir.
लेकिन ये नहीं, पिक्चर वाली हेलन नहीं.
Deaf and dumb.
Yes, sir. नॉवेल हेलेन का था ना, वो हेलेन.
हाँ, just you are correct. जो हेलन का नॉवेल था, ओडिसिस. Okay, so that is there. I'm talking about that. So if you read the picturization, the words which express for the beauty of the Helen. Okay, so you can imagine how beautiful she was in her life. Now see, there are two things. The words which has been used for the praising, okay, for the praising, the words which has been used for the praising, for the expression of her beauty are so fantastic. Imagine that any character, if you, the film was also shooted, if any character would be there, how much beautiful girl, how much beautiful actors would be, that will not be satisfied to you if you read the actual picturization, actual words which has been written for the beauty of her, for the Helen. Okay, so systematically, so beautifully, words has been woven for the expression, for the presentation of the beauty of that Helen. So therefore, words has that power, and that words, if you people, if engineers are able to inculcate those words, accumulate those words, improve your vocabularies, definitely your life would be the real life with the human touch, with the human feelings. So with this word, I stop here. I come back to the presentation. Okay, so this is for the Nizam Ezekiel and two stories others I told you. So now the session is open for the discussion. You may ask any questions regarding this.
Yeah, so thank you very much, Dr. Amol Bute, for putting the appropriate picture of Bihar and its culture, and very nice talk, informative it was. Very thank you. And now I over to Sonali.
Yes, sir. Svetnisa, are you present
Yeah.
here?
Yeah, I am here.
Please express your vote of thanks.
Okay, thank you, Sonali. Am I audible?
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
Yes, you are. Okay. Good evening, everyone. It gives me an immense pleasure to propose the vote of thanks on this memorable occasions on the behalf of Gaya College of Engineering, Gaya. I am Swet Nisha, a second year student of mechanical engineering. Today is the second session of the fourth day of this 5-day online workshop on literature and engineering, and we all are here with grateful heart. Gratitude is the fairest blossom with spring from the soul. So, first of all, I would like to thank by giving glory to the Almighty God for making today's occasion a resounding success with His blessing and grace. We are able to make this event what it is. It's our proud privilege to have such an eminent personality among us as our chief guests, and I extended really hearty vote of thanks to our special guest, Dr. Amol Bhute sir. Already my friend Suhani described him in a very good way, and so thank you Suhani for your wonderful introductions.
It's all my pleasure.
Excuse me, hello.
It's all my pleasure that I have introduced him.
Okay, thank you. I'm not going to describe him a lot, but surely I wish to tell a few points about him. This is my pleasure that I get this opportunity. He is the assistant professor of English department of our college, Gaya College of Engineering, Gaya, and he had completed many research. Use of integrated pedagogy to enhance communication skills for engineering students in Bihar. It was one of the great research project, and in this project he was working as the principal investigator. Today we had an opportunity to hear your thoughts, sir, and your today's explanation of all poems surely we going to encourage us in our future. And I also giving you sincere thanks for your words of encouragement, your kindness, your interest, your hospitality and continued support. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Now I would like to thank Dr. Janak Pandey sir, Chairman of Board of Governors, and our Principal Dr. Anil Kumar sir, who permitting us to organize this wonderful event. Everyone knows behind every successful program lie the manifold attempts to our committed faculty. I would like to take a moment to acknowledge the immense contribution of our dedicated faculty who are working hard. I would like to give hearty thanks to Dr. Deepak Kumar Sinha Ambas sir, Assistant Professor and HOD of Physics working as the organizer of this event. Dr. Biplab Goswami sir, Assistant Professor of Physics, Dr. Santosh Agrawal ma'am, Assistant Professor of Mathematics, Dr. Vithal Roy S. Kasi sir, Assistant Professor of Chemistry, to all a special thanks to make this event too beautiful, and whole entire fraternity of Gaya College of Engineering, Gaya. I thank all the distinguished invitees present here accepting our invitation. So hearty thanks to you all for giving us your valuable time. Last but not least, I thank you, my friends, who are listening us with patience and give their participation in this great event. Finally, I leave you this inspiration quotes by Martin Luther King. An individual has not started living until he rises above the confines of his individualistic concern to the broad. So once again, I thank you all for your attention. Thank you, sir. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Deepak sir. And
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.